Reiki level 1, and we're going to be doing this in a number of different parts. And we're going to talk about the benefits of Reiki. We're going to be talking about many of the different features that have to do with Reiki. The very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to identify it. And we're going to talk about where Reiki came from. Some of the benefits associated with Reiki, contradictions when you're doing a Reiki practice, belief, what is the belief of Reiki, what to expect in a session, and the Reiki level 1 attunement. As I said, I'm going to move my little stand over here just a little closer. As I said, we're going to be talking about many of these different things, and we're going to do them in a few different parts. Seeing how our videos can only go so many minutes long, we're going to go ahead and we're going to be doing this. So now, if you have had a Reiki level 1 attunement, go ahead and go through the process, maybe just listening and watching the video, and you do not have to redo the attunement, because once you have been attuned to a Reiki level, you are attuned to it, and you will always be attuned to it. So we're going to talk about level 1 to start with. Now, level 1, I have some questions I want to ask you, and I want you to take a minute to answer them. So go ahead, and as I ask the question, go ahead and pause the video and then answer it, and then go ahead and restart your video and answer the next question, just because we want to get a little bit of a feel for where you're at understanding Reiki and energy healing, that type of thing. So Reiki, I'm going to bring this over here. It's kind of hard for me to see over there. Before we go into the material, before you start studying and looking at the material, you want to have a working knowledge. Come on, little light. A working knowledge of what Reiki is all about. And so I want to know, number one, have you ever experienced a Reiki healing? And if you have, explain it. What did you get from it? Who did it? Were they a Reiki master? Were they just a Reiki practitioner? That type of thing. So go ahead and pause your video for just a couple minutes and go ahead and answer that question now. Question number 2, have you ever been attuned to any of the Reiki levels? Level 1, level 2, level 3, or master Reiki master teacher. If you have, go ahead, take a minute, pause your video, and document that. Yes, you have had an attunement, which levels, and if you can remember your teacher or the studio where you learned it at, maybe include that in there too, because that's important information for you down the road as you begin to work with energy healing. All right, go ahead and pause, and then we're going to take care of that. And now, question 3 is, what is your personal definition of Reiki? What is your personal definition of Reiki? Go ahead and pause your video, and as soon as you have that done and documented, go ahead and come on back and we'll answer that question as we're going through the materials. We want to welcome you to the wonderful world of Reiki. So this is our welcome and introduction section. Reiki is pronounced Reiki, R-A-Y-K-E-Y, even though it's spelled R-E-I-K-I. It is, the pronunciation of it is Rei and Ki. It is, the universal definition of Reiki is universal life force energy. Rei is defined as universal, and the Ki is life force energy. So your definition, if you just wrote it in your answer to the third question, it should be that it is universal life force energy, or something to do with energy and life and that type of thing. Life force energy is that which keeps us alive. Anything that gives us life, anything that produces life, air around us, oxygen from the trees, anything that is that, it is what we need to keep our bodies and to keep ourselves going. Energy is naturally produced in the body, In the practice of Reiki, we learn how to become aware of that energy. As a practitioner, you become more aware of it as it is being emitted all around us. We can feel life force energy when we're around a tree or when we're around the things in nature, bodies of water. All of those different things will give us the understanding of that energy, and we'll be able to pick up on it easier, and we'll be able to flow with it easier. If you have never experienced Reiki and you never understood really what energy is like, take your hands, rub them together. Build up a little bit of friction, you'll feel them getting warm, and as you do, then you're going to want to go ahead and do this pulse. And as you feel this pulse, that's when you'll know what that energy is about, and you'll understand what that universal energy is. It's this area right in here between here and here. This is that energy.